I understand what's going on now. I understand what's going on here. I understand now why so many Max Verstappen fans come to several channels, including this one, and always want to try to throw the stone of people are crying when they talk about Max Verstappen and his shenanigans. I understand why that is now. It makes a lot of sense. They cry a lot because Max cries a lot. Golly, was Max Verstappen not whining or crying about something that he definitely does to other drivers on the track? Yeah, Sergio sent you off to go cut grass, buddy. Yes, he did not make it easy for you off of the start. And then you go crying and complaining about he pushed you off. Max, bro, cut it out. Cut it out. Let's just stop. Let's stop the shenanigans, bro. Now I understand why so many Max fans come here and say y'all are crying or we're crying when we talk about Max Verstappen and his shenanigans, because Max is always crying. He cried about the situation with he and Russell. He whined about that. Went to talk to Russell about it. Russell didn't want to hear none of the shenanigans or the bull crap. Then what does he do? He cries today. Max, you set the tone, bro. You set the tone. You did this to yourself. You set the tone. You wasn't even concerned about Perez. You wasn't concerned about helping Perez. Remember? You don't remember this. Do you not have somebody that can remind you of situations in the past that you may have done to affect your future? Absolutely heartbroken for Dylan and his family. And yes, definitely. Shout out, rest in peace to Dylan and his family. 18 years old, died today in Spa due to an incident, a horrible incident. It's way too early. I'm not going to sit here and even, sit here. And as a matter of fact, I put together a tribute piece for him. So let me go ahead and get that up. I posted it earlier. You all could see it, but let me go ahead and get that up and have that on the stream while we go ahead and talk about this. But yeah, I will jump right into that as soon as I take care of this. Let me go ahead and take care of this because I put that together. Posted it, but I don't see any reason why we can't have that on for our hot news section right here. So let's just go ahead and put that up real quick. Let me see. I know I put it together right there. Boom. All right. So yeah, definitely that whole situation is something that no parent should have to go through. Of course, in my time, I've seen parents deal with it. Everybody's probably dealt with losing somebody, but let me just say, I've already had to have a conversation in regards to the little one racing and kart racing. And then, family members seeing this 18 years old, it hits the news pretty much in many places. So, why do you got to racing? Like these things can happen to us just regular. Like you have more accidents on the highway and the freeways and roadways than fatal accidents than you have in racing. Like they have an extreme amount of safety precautions, but unfortunately these situations do take place. And unfortunately, it happened today. It happened to a young man, a young child at 18. So definitely on that. So let's, matter of fact, moment of silence. Definitely. So yes, I'm just going to say, Max needs to shut the hell up. Now I know why you all come here and you cry and you whine and you complain, because Max whines and complains. Were any of you whining or namesake cry whiner call outers? Were you saying anything when Max disobeyed team orders? I know a lot of Max fans. There were a lot of Max fans that were not happy about Max's characteristics and his attitude in regards to what he did to Checo by not obeying team orders and playing the team game. There were a lot of them. I'm going to give y'all credit. There were a lot of Max fans that threw their hats in the trash can and were completely upset about seeing characteristics that we've seen for years now. Like it just got to a boiling point. But also don't forget, Max, what happened to all your help and your support for Checo and Abu Dhabi? It didn't happen. So Max, matter of fact, Max, aren't you like king pushover? Aren't you the king of that? Aren't you the king of like running people off track? Aren't you the king of not giving people space? Aren't you the king of damn running people to the point where literally you got to decide if you want to ruin your race or keep your car to the end of the race? Is that not you, Max? I think that's you, bro. I think that's you that does that. So how is it that somebody that continuously does that whine and complain about the little times that it happens to him? I'm trying to figure this out because that sounds a little bit silly. It sounds silly to me for you to complain over the radio about something that you do to other drivers, that you've done to drivers in situations where it's cost them the most. That's what you do, Max. That's what you've done. You've done it plenty of times. Am I lying? Am I lying? I don't think I'm lying. I'm not, Max, that's what happens when you don't leave space. When you don't leave space, that's what happens, Max. When you don't obey the fact that the person has the right to the apex in the corner, that's what happened, Max. Max, that's you, bro. That's what you do. But yet you want to complain over the radio about Perez? Come on, man, stop it. I've never, like, Max is so entitled feeling. It is ridiculous. He's such a contradiction. He's so hypocritical. It's not even funny. It's okay for him to do it, but it's not okay when it's done to him. Right? It's okay to push Lewis Hamilton off track. It's not okay when it happens to him. It's okay for a driver to obey team orders to assist Max, but it's not okay when he gets team orders, then he's supposed to assist another driver. That's not okay. That's not okay. Max is not okay with that. So everything else is okay as long as it goes in Max's favor. That's what I'm getting out of that. Max, that's you, bro. Listen. That's you right there. Matter of fact, it ain't big enough. Will.i.am says radio calm after race. Verstappen, yeah, good race. Just the accident of turn one that was not really nice. I could have been in really big shunt. Maybe we need to have a chat about that. For me, that was not okay. Thank you, Will.i.am. There we go. Not above whining and complaining. There goes Max talking about what wasn't okay for him in the race and what Perez did. We need to have a big meeting about that. For what? For what? Do I have to remind you all? Do I got to remind you all? Did we have a, and matter of fact, let's talk about this because this needs to be mentioned too. And I'm going to bring up some people. Let me see. Baldi says, big facts. Thanks for the gifted membership. Wolfpack fam, great content. Love the channel. Big shout out to you. I'm about to show y'all something big and in charge. We're going to show you something. I'm going to show you something big, right? Because I want you to see this. I want you to see this in big time so we can talk about it. And we're going to talk about some comments made about from commentators in regards to Perez. Listen, this right here, that's Max. That's Maxi Pad right there. That's him. That's him, y'all. That's what he was doing. That's Max right there doing shenanigans. But he complaining about it. The mechanic says, Wolf, we need you to put on your tank top, Mark, to the FIA office and whoop ass, March. And then after the Red Bull Garage, this was born. As I know it was. I know it was. And this is what we got to show for it after this. We got a crybaby in Max complaining and voicing that they need to have a meeting about how he should have a silver spoon at all times in his hand so that he is undisturbed. Max, this is you not giving space. This is you not abiding by certain rules and regulations. This is you endangering somebody else's life. Yet I didn't hear you say anything when you did these things to somebody else. I didn't hear you mention not one damn thing about, you know what? I shouldn't have did that. I should have backed out. I put Lewis Hamilton's life in danger. You know what? I shouldn't have did that. I should have gave Perez the support he needed. You know what? I know they said they was going to take points, but you ran Lewis Hamilton wild. You matter of fact, hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Was it not also Max who was in pit lane and sitting up there while his car pretty much seemed like it was going to stall out. So Lewis Hamilton decided to go around because it looked like he was having a problem. And what did Max do? Turn the steering wheel, try to enter Lewis. Was that not Max? That was Max, right? Max did that. I didn't hear y'all saying shit about that. I didn't hear y'all saying nothing about that. Matter of fact, so many people trying to go ahead, dodge and diss on the beginning super chat. Hold on, let me see it. I got Blue Diva super chat. I saw that. We already did a rest in peace silence. Blue Diva waste engine, wear tires, and our time sprint. I saw that one. Yes, big shot. Blue Diva ain't playing about that. Max can't handle it. He cuts people off daily. Thank you, Galacticus. Thank you very much. He does it daily. Galacticus is spitting facts. He does it daily. And I don't hear any other Max fans, not in large amounts, come here and comment on that. But you want to come comment when it's safe for you to comment. Well, now go ahead and get in the chat because I opened it up for everybody, and let me hear you talk and criticize Max for being a hypocrite. Let me see you do that. Matter of fact, why is it that they trying to dump so hard on Perez about exceeding track limits? Damn near everybody was exceeding track limits. Damn near everybody. Everybody. What are you talking about? Everybody was exceeding track limits. And let me tell you something else. For the jackasses, let me explain something to you. Lewis didn't have to give space in Monza because he had the damn lead. It's Max Verstappen who didn't have half a car or more on there to have the right. And everybody knows going into the bus stop, there ain't no space. Lewis had the lead. Max should have given the space. Max shouldn't have forced the issue. That's what happened. And that's what I mean when people come say dumbass shit. That's what I'm talking about. They'll make excuses all day. That same person probably votes for Trump. That same person probably votes for Trump because people like to make excuses for all the shenanigans and dumb shit that Trump's done. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're an American soldier and you served this country and you were okay with the insurrection that Trump excited, which is an act of war in the country that you swore to defend and protect, then you yourself are a hypocrite, a jackass, and a tyrant. That's what I'm going to say about you. That's all I got to say. You don't know. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Max does this and nobody says anything about it. That's what I got to say. All right. And then guess what? When you start listing facts on these people, they can't say nothing else. They go to 3 and 4 word sentences, 3 and 4 word sentences because they have nothing else. They got nothing else. Hold on, wait a minute. Speaking about people dumping on Perez about exceeding track limits, didn't Max just have a race this season where he got warned that he was about to be penalized for exceeding track limits in a race? In a race. Is that not a fact? Did we hear Christian Horner and them come out dogging Max about that? Did we hear him dogging Max about that? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. So in a race, which not only last season, but this season, where it was an excessive amount of track limits, warnings, and lap times being deleted, you want to dump on Perez about that, Christian? You want to dump on Perez about that, Rosanna? Is that what you want to do? And let's talk about that, Rosanna. Let's talk for a second, because I know plenty of people had things to say in regards to how people feel about number 1, number 2 drivers. Russell needs to learn from Lewis Hamilton. Russell has to, and you know what? I admit it. Russell got the right to be competitive and go out there all fair in the game with them Mercedes. Don't do anything unfair. By the way, big shout out to Rain Man Russell. Made a call today. He made a call today that actually was right. He actually was right this time. Went in, took a gamble, and it almost paid off for more than 1 point. He couldn't edge it out. He got 1 point, but still, Russell made a call on the rain, Mr. Rain Man Russell, and it worked out. Other times, Russell, there ain't no damn rain, and you just making shit up. But, Rosanna, why is it that you are so adamant about Perez not doing his best? We all know that there's some questionable circumstances surrounding Perez's performance as of late. Whether it's him or it's Red Bull, period, his performance has not been what it was at the beginning of this season. But I be damned If you don't try to tell Perez that, you know what, don't be anything else but second or third best. Don't try to be your best. Don't try to go for it. I'm glad he went for it to go ahead and get in front of Max and then put some pressure on, because it shows that Max is not a driver that does well with pressure. And if he has a driver in machinery, because the RB19 right now is saving Max's mental health. I'm telling you that right now. The mechanic, Sir Lewis Hamilton would have been RIP by now if it wasn't for the halo. Thank you. I've tried to like Max, but that's like a workout. I can't commit to it. Hey man, I can't blame you. I commit to workouts every day. I can't commit to Max's lack of integrity and his characteristics. It is funny, and I'm telling you right now, Max, you all are going to see it and mark it down. If I'm wrong, I'll admit, hey, Max performs under pressure. When and if, more than likely another team, because I don't think Red Bull are going to allow it in the same team. I don't think they're going to allow a drive, because we see anytime Perez gets around and it puts pressure on Max, it's like, oh, don't do that. Don't put pressure on Max. We put him in the fastest car and he's comfortable. We don't want any pressure on him. Don't do that, Perez. You know what? Perez, don't perform. Like, I don't know. Perez might be really honestly killing his own drive. But today, you still get to see Max doesn't do well under pressure. And anytime he gets pressure, he wants to whine, complain, and protest about something that he himself does on the track to somebody else. Big shout out, will.i.am gifted somebody a Wolfpack membership, and Kenya got it. Shout out, Kenya. Big shout out to you. I'm saying, y'all, and Rosanna, don't tell another driver not to be the best they are. Like, I've already made that error and mistake in saying what I said about Russell coming in. It is true, Russell needs to learn from Lewis Hamilton. It is true that Russell needs to understand that he is growing in the sport. But it is true that nobody, including myself, should tell Russell, don't try to be the best driver you can be and try to go out and win every time. That's not what you should be told. We can make other assessments and still people are going to do it, but I'm not going to sit here and tell a driver, don't be the best you can be. Now, if I see you going out here, you trying to do something, you just can't do it, then you need to go get in the gym and do some reps. You need to go get in the sim and put in some laps to try to do what you cannot pull off. Okay? That might be Perez, but today, we saw Perez put pressure on Max. Max cried about it. He's still crying about it. We saw when Russell put pressure on Max and Max cried about it. He called him a dickhead in the pit. He cried about it after that, and he cries about it anytime it's him. How do you support that? How are y'all gonna make excuses for that? Please tell me. Make excuses for it, because that's what they're going to be. And excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one. That's like, listen, man. Max is so spoiled, it ain't even funny. He is so spoiled, it's not funny. And I'm telling you all, mark it down. Mark it down. Mark it down. I'm gonna do it right now. Mark it down. Mark this down. The first day of July 2023, Wolfpack J said that when other teams happen to get their act together and get equally competitive cars, i.e. Lewis Hamilton, Russell, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, and they start being able to be within tenths or above, or have Max less than tenths behind them, you will see Max Verstappen cry more than you ever have. You're going to see Max Verstappen revert to his true form and wrecking and pushing people wide. You're going to see Max Verstappen perform less than likely what you see right now. Right now, he's running in clean air. He's got the fastest car on the grid, and he's comfortable. When he has to literally fight for it, you're going to see Max Verstappen go back to a pumpkin. Guaranteed. Les 430 says people compliment Max's growth, but truth is he's not been in the same hectic situations. Thank you. Since 2021, facts. Proof is anytime drivers were slightly near last season and this season, you heard his rage quiet radio messages again. That is very factually true. Go check the tape. Anytime Max has been in a competitive situation, where he's not getting his way and somebody's pushing back, he complains and he cries. And Max is not a driver who drives good mad, okay? I'm trying to tell you this right now. He does not drive good mad. He drives good when he's a front runner. And right now he is. And Max is a good driver. I'm not taking that from him, but I'm still saying there are characteristics to every person, and those characteristics and traits and mental stability will affect your talent. And Max is not a driver that drives good under pressure, drives good in highly competitive situations where another driver can equally push back, and he is not good at taking what he dishes out. Even Will Buxton said it. Even Will Buxton said it in regards to the Max and Russell situation. Max, you got to be able to dish what you got to be able to take what you dish out. Will Buxton said it. Did y'all heavily criticize him, or you just want to come here heavily criticize me for saying the same truth before Will Buxton even said it, just because I am who I am? Y'all got to stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all got to get enough of these shenanigans. People gonna say this happened because Lewis Hamilton didn't leave space. You must have forgot the race. You must have forgot when Lewis Hamilton came out, where he was in position on the track. You must have forgot that. Stop playing. You know what I will give you? I give you this one. No, not that one. Not that one. Can't give you that one either. Here's one I give you. I'll give you this one as a debatable, but let's go back and think about what happened here. Lewis Hamilton had the pace. Max so-called move over to give him space to go through, and then Max approaching the corner decide to come down on Lewis. He decided to come down on Lewis. There was plenty of space to his left to negotiate that corner without anybody wrecking out. But Max didn't do that. He wanted to be Mad Max and close Lewis off to force him to back out. And he got his ass clipped and sent off into the wall. There was some blame there on both parts, but a lot of people will go and just say it was all Lewis Hamilton's fault. You must have forgot what happened before on that straight, going into that corner and after. How do you totally absolve Max? Because you like to make excuses for Max. That's why. That's what you like to do. There was fault for both drivers in that situation, okay? By the time they really reach the apex, yes, you can see right there, high speed, when you slow it down, Lewis's rear wheel is at the rear axle of Max Verstappen. But let's not forget, Max opened up because he didn't have the pace on the straight. Lewis went in and surely was more than halfway alongside. Going into the corner, of course, Lewis knows that he might overshoot. He's going to slow down so he can make that corner. Max comes down into the corner. First of all, he wasn't even on his normal driving racing line at first. He went there, returned, and tried to come down. He had plenty of space to give space so that they can both make that corner, but he wasn't going to do that. Why? Because he knew he wasn't going to have the pace to cover Lewis off. And what happened? You play silly game, you get silly prizes. That's what happened. Play silly games, you get silly prizes. Oh, damn well. The best thing that came out of that is Max was okay. But nobody is going to give Lewis credit for the fact that he asked his radio, is Max okay? Why don't y'all mention that? Do you mention that? Because Max didn't do that. Even after parking his car on top of Lewis, he ain't do that. But y'all will say, well, I think he saw Lewis was already on the gas, so he didn't need to ask it. Y'all make excuses for everything this dude does. You make excuses for everything Max does. That's the problem with you all. That's why you can never fuck with me. You can never fuck with me. In the comments, in the live chat, on a real live debate, when you come with shenanigans, I'm going to burn you every time. Every time. And if you're a hater and you continuously come back here, I live rent-free in your head. Guaranteed. I own acreage if it ever would exist between your two ears, which it doesn't. I own the millimeters of space that your brain sits in to come here, hate on my channel, but yet you really love me. Will I am. Jay, as a card-carrying member of the Worldwide Will Federation, we accept Will Buxton back to the comment for that comment. We forgive him for the ridiculous dancing in Spain. Welcome back, Will. Don't mess it up. Facts. Facts. Will Buxton, yeah, he can say some things. Even on DTS, he said some things like, Will, that was suspect, bro, what you just said. But Will said it best, like I've been saying for the longest. Max, you got to be able to take what you dish. We don't need to have a meeting. Why do we need to have a meeting? For what? You've done it plenty of times. Matter of fact, do you want to have that meeting about the fact that you totally ignore team orders? How about we have that meeting? You want to have that meeting? Do you want to have the meeting about the fact that you told everybody in the world you was going to support Perez and you didn't? How about we have that meeting? Do you want to have that meeting? You want to have that one? You don't want to have that one? Do we need to have a meeting about all the times you pushed somebody off or tried to force them to wreck their car? Just Russell not too long ago. Do we need to have that meeting? No, we don't want to have that meeting. So what meeting do we want to have? Do we need to have a meeting on the fact that you and your family tried to dirty up Perez and then blame him saying he purposely crashed in Monaco to ruin pole position for you? Do we need to have that meeting? Do we need to have a meeting about your mom and your dad not getting in race business to the point they're trying to dirty up another driver? Do we need to have that meeting? Okay, we don't want to have that meeting. Do we need to have a meeting about you calling another driver a dickhead in front of the cameras because he raced you hard and you got mad about that? Do we need to have that meeting? No, there are a lot of meetings that we can have with Max, but nobody wants to have them because Max is a goddamn crybaby. And a lot of people that come here and they call to say you're crying, they're crybabies right along with Max. That's just the truth. And this is why Wolfpack is where he is. And this is why the world does not want to hear this hardcore truth. And sometimes, yeah, I can be elaborate. Sometimes you know damn well I can be over the top, but you know one thing, I'm gonna stand on what I say as far as when it comes to character, what I see on track, what I see drivers do, and what's gonna happen. And if you don't want that, you don't want real action. That's the truth. That's the truth. While we sitting here and I listen to them this entire sprint weekend try to criticize Perez for exceeding track limits. You know what? Do we need to pull up the damn documents? Do we need to pull up the documents? Shit, I'm on a roll right now. We live. I'll go live right now, and we can go ahead and have this conversation right now. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and have it. How about it? Let's go ahead and have the conversation. I'm all with it. I am all with it. Let's see what we got right here. Yep, there we go. I'm all for it. I am all for it. Here we go. Let's go into it. Yep, here we go. Yeah. We're going to do this. We're going to do this because it seems like people acting like Perez is like unable to do what other drivers are supposedly able to do. They acting like Perez is doing something other drivers are not doing. Okay, well, let's go into it. Don't worry about it. Just give me a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm going to put some damn sauce in it. You know, I'm going to come with some damn receipts. I'm going to come with receipts in the game. Y'all already know that. I'm finna come with it. I just gotta know, since we criticizing Perez so much like he did something no other driver out there did, let's really talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, shall we? Let's talk about it, shall we? So right here, FIA document. Max Verstappen is #1 on the list. This is the list right here. Right here. You see it right there, right? This is the list. Lap times deleted. I'm going to tell you, I'm finna get shit. Let me get this damn list out. Did not use the track at turns 9 and 10. There you go. Max Verstappen right there. Right there for you. Max Verstappen didn't. Lap time got deleted. Next time, deletion of lap times. Joe did it. #3, Sergio Perez did it. Logan Sargent did it. Lewis Hamilton, the greatest driver right now, Formula One, did it. Logan Sargent again. Nick DeVries, Yuki Tsunoda. Max Verstappen's on this list 1, 2, 3 times. He's on this list 3 times in the sprint shootout. What are we talking about? Are we serious right now? Are y'all really for real? But we want to sit up here and act like Perez can't drive. You sitting up here getting lap times deleted. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Did they even look at that? Perez is not the only person exceeding track limits. He's not the only person exceeding track limits. Stop playing. Matter of fact, let me find another one. Where are the other lap time deletions? Let's go. Let's look at that one. Yeah, here we go. We'll look at this one. Well, here goes another one. We got a super chat. Will says, no penalty for impeding K-Mag, but Leclerc gets a 3-place grid drop. What are we doing? Austria. I thought K-Mag was going to spin trying to avoid Verstappen. There we go again, right? There we go again with the shenanigans. Why did Max not get a penalty for impeding? We already saw shit. Carlos Sainz got ran up. Here we go again. Matter of fact, shit. Since we want to act like Perez, Rosanna, Christian, like Perez is out here doing something so bad on a track where we know lap times get deleted. Let's look at this. Nico, there we go. Lando, Carlos, 3 times back-to-back. There goes Max Verstappen again. Twice back-to-back. Lando, Lewis Hamilton, Joe, Nick DeVries, Pierre back-to-back. Ocon, K-Mag back-to-back. Carlos, Lando, Yuki, Carlos again, Max Verstappen again. There goes Sergio Perez. Finally, Max Verstappen again. Fernando, Perez, Fernando, George Russell, Perez, Esteban, Oscar, Alex, Valtteri, Nico, shit, Gasly back-to-back, Alex back-to-back. Shit, what are we talking about? Why y'all out here acting like Perez is doing something nobody else is doing? Max Verstappen evidently exceeded track limits multiple times too. Are we going to have a conversation about that? See, this is the bullshit. This is what I'm saying. This is the bull crap. So we got Max Verstappen on the same list. Mind you, lap times deleted. Turns 6, 9, and 10 during qualifying. Max's name is on here 1, 2. Where is he again? 3, 4. Fourth time right here. He's on here 4 times. 4 times. Perez is on here how many times? Let's see. Let's count them up. He's not on that sheet. Perez, 1, 2, 3. Perez is on here 3 times. So you mean to tell me, hold up, wait a minute. You mean to tell me Christian Horner had a sly-ass comment? Sylvia Wick-Kelly, we all know the FIA is a fucking joke. Right. Thank you. So you mean to tell me Christian Horner, Karen Horner, you had the audacity to go on there and say, yeah, not 3 times. Your boy Max was on there 4 times. 1 more time than Perez. Unless I miss Perez's name one other time. He's on there 1 extra time than Perez. 4 times exceeding track limits. Getting a lap time deleted. So I guess we just gonna delete that because, well, Max got pole. Is it the function and the talent and the technique that we're concerned about? Is it the listing staying within the lines that we're concerned about? Or is it okay to say, you know, because Max got pole, we don't need to talk about it? If you're exceeding track limits, you need to talk about it. It's not the first time. So we don't need to just have a meeting with Perez, right? We need to have a meeting with the team on how we need to be more efficient as a team, drive better and try to stay within the white lines as a team. Because Max, you did it 4 times. I understand you got pole position, but you exceeded track limits 4 times. We just came out of a race not too long ago where you were exceeding track limits to the point you were about to get penalized. That wasn't Perez. That was you. So we don't need to have a meeting with the team. We just need to talk to Perez. Okay, yeah, miss me with the bullshit, as they say. Miss me with the bullshit. Hold on. And that's qualifying, right? That's qualifying. So what if we talking about shit? Where is the, do we even need to go into that? We don't even need, I don't need to go into that. I done bought enough receipts. It don't matter how many receipts you bring. People still gonna try to say, oh, you don't know anything. Those documents don't prove a thing. Those documents probably are fake news. Okay, they're fake news. Right. It's fake news now. It's fake news when you don't like it. So wait a minute. We got car 16 for impeding. All right. We got car 81 for summoned for impeding. Right. Then we also have, who else did we get summoned for impeding? Let's see. So those right there got summoned for impeding. Infringement. Boom. That was for impeding. And then who else? Where's the other one? I didn't even see the other one. No. There's car 20, car 1. All right. So here we go right here. We got so many. Oh, pit lane speeding. We got that up there too. We'll get into that later. So boom. And then what other one do we need? Boom. All right, so here we go right here. So right here, we got Max Verstappen, alleged breach, all right, for sporting regulation, unnecessary impeding. That happened. We got that. Then here we go right here. We got K-Mag, alleged breach. Same thing, impeding. Then we got Oscar Piastri, alleged breach. Same thing, impeding. Then here we go, 3016 Leclerc, alleged breach. Same thing, impeding. So we got a bunch of impeding, right? They coming out the woodworks saying cars are impeding, but did Max Verstappen, did he get a penalty for that? I don't recall seeing him get a penalty for that. Did you see him get a penalty for that? I didn't see him get a penalty for that. And this is what people are saying. Like, how do you give a penalty for this but not for that? We saw this with Carlos. It happened, right? We saw it with Carlos. He got a penalty for it. We saw it with him. Matter of fact, let's go into this. Matter of fact, I ain't going into nothing else. I done went into enough. I'll tell you that. Y'all, people gonna do and say what they want to say and do to make up anything and any reason they can, and they will absolve. They will make excuses for anything they can in regards to Max Verstappen, because that is what they want to do. And you know what? They want to support their driver. That's what they want to do. They want to support their driver, and it's not a problem with that. But just be very cautious on what you support, because one day, as they always say, the chickens will come home to roost. And when they do, I just want to know, what are you going to do and say about it then? That's all I want to know. What are you going to do and say about it then? That's going to be the big question. All right. Because I got to say, when I look at this and I wonder, how is it that good old Charles, which he's having a rough season, from Ferrari in the sprint shootout, impeding on car 81, gets a drop of 3 grid positions. 3 grid positions. Yet Max, not a damn thing. Not the time he's run drivers off track. Come on now. Y'all, at some point in time, you got to say to yourself, like, damn, is this shit really real? We got super chats. The mechanic says, according to Max fans and Karen, 3 is greater than 4, and they claim it is significantly proven, so it is what it is. That's right. That's why they think 2 championships is better than 7. You're right. Those same people, you know what? I love those people to work for me. Let me employ you, because I can pay you peanuts and you'll believe you're a billionaire. That's what I love about it, because your math is so screwed and jacked up, it ain't even funny. 2 is more than 7. 4 is less than 3. It's the excuses, believe me, I'm trying to tell you. So anyway, yes, the sprint race, it was a sprint race. Most exciting high parts in it were the situation and radio messages about Max crying, about Perez challenging him. Of course, that race, that battle between, who was it? Lewis? It might have been Lewis. Haas. It was Lewis and somebody. That battle, that was a nice battle that was going on right there. It was about a 4-car battle. It was a nice battle. And that right there was pretty nice. If that could happen like more often, that would be good. Will I Am says Max impedes K-Mag Radiocom. Max, he was on the fast lap. GP, yep, we're on it. K-Mag, Max was completely in the way. What did he mean by we're on it? Yeah, what did he mean? What did he mean by we on it? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, what's on it mean? Because I ain't seen no damn results. Not at all. So anyway, y'all, we will be here live tomorrow. Matter of fact, listen, because of all this stupidity and unfairness that Max is doing, I am probably going to do something. Let's see. You know what? Tomorrow during finale lap, I am going to have 4 hats for every letter in Wolf. I'm going to have 4 hats. Yeah, I'm going to do 4 because I was going to add more, but I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do 4 purple collection hats. Everybody that does a super chat will go into the randomizer wheel. And what I will do is I will raffle those hats off to those people, everybody that does a super chat during the race highlight finale lap tomorrow. I will put those names in a wheel, and during F1 Minute on July 3rd, Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will live spin that wheel, and 4 people will be gifted Purple Sector Lifestyle Wolfpack hats just like this one. You will be gifted those. Nice embroidery. Trust me. So pass the word around. Tell your friends. Wolfpack Purple Sector Collection hats are going up. I will make a post. I will go. Everybody that makes a super chat will go into the wheel. Everybody tomorrow. Everybody that makes a super chat tomorrow during the live event for the post-race highlight finale lap. It's already posted. Matter of fact, if you don't know where it is, go ahead. I'm going to put it in the chat so you can go ahead and save. So you can go ahead and save it. That way, you'll know exactly where it is, and you can go ahead and set your times for it. That way, you can set your reminder. So when I go live, you actually won't miss it. So set your reminders, click your bells, do all that stuff. I'm about to put it in the chat right now. Here it is, right here. Boom. I'm about to pin the message. All right. This is anybody. See, this is what I do. I'm just trying to have fun, do good things, have good things with everybody. Okay. Everybody, anybody that does a super chat tomorrow, your name's going to go onto the wheel. Monday live during F1 Minute. Don't miss it, because Will does a good job on the intros for WPPN and the highlights and everything else. So it's probably going to be spicy given this weekend's race and sprint. Pretty sure we'll have some things, and we'll have an ultimate. We had DRS Chicken as a sponsor last time. Ain't no telling what sponsorship Will's going to find this time. One day Will's going to find us, a name brand sponsor like Microsoft, Google, somebody like that, Spotify that will, but right now we dealing with DRS Chicken, and we very appreciative DRS Chicken for your sponsorship at the last show. But during that show, I will go ahead, spin the wheel for 4 people to receive Purple Sectors hats. All right. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. All right, so big shout out to you all. I will see you live tomorrow for the race. It is already pinned. Hit the link, set your reminders, click the bell. All right, so you can go ahead and get in on it. We're going to have a good time. I guarantee you, if things go crazy in the race. And don't forget, if Mercedes make a podium, I put it up for vote before the season started. If you didn't vote for your team, then that's on you. But Mercedes won that vote. You should have voted. I don't care what team it's for. I put it up evenly in the community for people to vote. So vote on it. If Lewis makes a podium, Russell makes a podium tomorrow, we're popping champagne on the bottle on the show. Hopefully I don't get too damn twisted and I can finish the show. So that is what we're going to do. We will see you all then. Big shout out to you. And let me make sure I got all my super chats too. I need to make sure I got all those. So let me see. Verstappen, no penalty. We all know the FIA is a effing joke. The mechanic, I got that according to Max. I got that one impeding. Will, maybe they are in cahoots with the race director. That's true. Right. Maybe they are in cahoots. Max race for FIA Motorsports. Red Bull is just a oh my gosh, Red Bull is just a cover. Sylvia Wick Kelly says, I'm on it because my hubby has stole my hat. Laugh. Damn, he stole your hat, Sylvia Wick. Oh my gosh. Your husband boosted your hat. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to take care of that. For real. Nah, we got to take care of that. We got to take care of that. I can't have you getting jacked around here, Sylvia Wick. I can't have you getting your Wolfpack hat stole. Not my mod. I can't have that going on. I can't have you getting hijacked around here. Damn it. Got people getting hijacked for Wolfpack merch. What's it coming to? Jeez. All right, so I will see y'all tomorrow. Please be safe. Once again, condolences to the family. Unfortunate event. An 18-year-old child lost their life today. Let's not forget that. Let's all be very appreciative. Although days may not go as you want them. Days may not happen to be the best every day. I know, trust me. I go through plenty of things, hours every day that I wish I didn't have to, but I do until I don't. But I still can say it could always be worse. We want to work on it to be better. There are people that didn't wake up today to even have an opportunity to have a good day or have a bad day and turn it around. There are family members today, like the ones that we know in the racing community, that are suffering a loss, that are now mourning a loss of not only a kid, but a family member, a friend. And that is an unfortunate situation that nobody would like to go through, period. And I've been through it several times, and I'm sure you have. So let's just be appreciative to what we got, and let's just try to enjoy the sun up on our face and the rainy days that happen. Just know it won't last forever, all right? So peace and love. I'll see you.